I've been a liar, been a thief, been a lover, been a cheat. All my sins need holy water, feel it washing over me. Well, little one, I don't admit to something. If all is good, it goes.
Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Welcome to me, Slofi, and to my channel. Today we're going to do a video that has been requested by you guys because I asked the question on my Instagram and you said you really want to see my bits. You also really want to see me clean my tech room, and I can understand why, because my tech room is a mess. So we're going to do that in one video, but not this one. But today I'm going to show you my bits, and it might take a while because I have quite many, but I'm going to try to keep it short and not talk too much. Good luck with that. So I didn't feel like taking all the bits off every single bridle, so I'm going to show you them on the bridles as well. First off, we have a hackamore with those little longer, I don't know what you call this piece. Can you see the hackamore? This is a quite nice hackamore for horses because it has this big nose part. Then I have just a simple two-pieced snaffle. You see it? And exactly the same snaffle but three-pieced, like that. And then we have another two-pieced snaffle in gold, just simple one. And we have this bit by a brand called, the brand is called Pessoa. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but it's not a Pessoa bit. This is actually really good on horses because, as you can see, it's loose like this, but it also gets stiff, so it doesn't twitch the horses in the mouth. So I really like this one. So we're moving on. This is a bit called Pee-wee. I don't know if it's hard to see. It looks like this. It's super thin and got like two little rings. This got super popular last year in Sweden. They're really good on young horses, for example. And then we have this trust bit. It's super soft. This is probably my most used bit. I got a few of those. I like them a lot. And then we have this Beris bit, free-ring Pessoa, with this mouthpiece that it's good for the tongue. It leaves space for the tongue. I think many horses like those. And then we got another one from Beris. It's a super soft bit. You can see. It's like, I don't know. It's so soft and gentle. Seems really nice. I think horses love these. Moving on, we still have a lot to go through. So here's just a pretty normal snaffle, but it's got this little rings in it, and it's two-pieced. And then we have one of those blue. I don't know how to pronounce it. I say Paponcini. Paponcini. I think it's Italian. This is called Harmony 1, and it's also super soft. Then we have, oh, here's just a three-pieced snaffle, nothing special. And here is another one of those blue Paponcinis, but this one actually got a little bit of a bit tape on. So here we have another one of those trust ones, exactly the same I showed you. And here we have, here's a bit by a brand called Bombers Bits. And this bit is really special. It's called a cable bit because it looks a little bit like a cable with just little dots on. This I used to show the Touran. It's a little bit stronger than a snaffle, but still not super strong. And then we have one of those Beris bits again with a mouthpiece, and it looks like this. I actually don't know what the models are called in English since I'm from Sweden, so I'm not gonna try to say it and just make you confused and say it wrong, but I'm gonna show you anyway. So, and here we have another one of those super soft bits that I showed you earlier, but the snaffle model, this is Ebba's. And here is the same by the brand Pessoa I showed you earlier, but with the this piece I actually know what it's called. The full shake, of course. God, I'm so stupid. The full shake model. And this is one of my favorite bits. It's a snaffle, a full shake snaffle, but it's rainbow color. I'm gonna stand up and show you because it's so cool. It shimmers in rainbow colors. Can you see? I love it. It's so epic. And horse actually seems to love this material. I don't know what it's made of, but they seem to really like it. So that's awesome. I use this on Mini right now, and he really likes it. So yeah, I don't know why, but it seems to be really good. Then I also have a bunch of snaffles on bridles that I use for hand walk the horses or launch the horses. So this is just basic 2 or 3 piece snaffles, and all of them are by Springers. So by the way, ignore the fact that I'm wearing my pajama to the stable, but it's so cold, and just got inside and took a shower, and then I remembered that I was going to record a video, so I put my pajama on and I went straight out to the barn to do this. And it's actually almost nighttime, so when I'm done with this video, I'm just gonna feed the horses and we're going to sleep. That's why I wear my pajama. So, let's start with the bits. Here is just a basic snaffle, but we got this tongue stick on. I had a client's horse that put her tongue over the bit all the time, so we tried this, but she didn't like it, and it didn't work on her, but it's a loose piece. You can just take it off if you want to, but I keep it there. We got one of those. Those are good when you walk really messy stallions or something, but I actually never used it, but I have one in Chicago. Here is a really weird bit I don't even know why I have. I would actually never put this on one of my horses, and I've never been using it. I don't know why I have it. I think some bits I actually got from one of Mom's friends that quit with horses, and maybe she used this for some reason. Here we have one of those rubber, do you call them pelham? In Sweden we call them pelham. Pelham? I don't know, but those one, just a rubber one. The chain. Here we have a hackamore, where I took the nose piece off and put a thin leather piece and put this thing on to make it a little bit stronger. Then I actually have another hackamore that I think is super pretty. I don't ride any of my horses for the moment, bit less, but sometimes I do. I guess we should move on with our lives. Gonna pick up some bits here. Here I have a lot of old school Pessoa bits. I hate those bits, and I probably ever won't use them again, but I still have them, and I actually don't think I have been ridden too much in these bits because I hate them, and I actually hate the feeling when I ride with bits like this, but I still have them. I actually have the newer Pessoas that I like, and I'm going to show you one later if I can find it. But those ones I actually really hate, so I'm going to put them in the bottom of this bag. And then Many of you probably don't know this, but I worked in a Lusitano stable before. So I have been ridden lots of Lusitanos and dressage and shows. Like actually shows, not competitions, or shows where you just show off the horses and the moves. And I also be given lessons and stuff like that. And I lived with the world champion Pedro Torres for 6 months in Cascais, Portugal. So I have double bridles, a lot of double bridles, and a lot of those pieces for double bridles that I never use. But I have them, and that's why. And I also have them in different materials and shapes, and this is not the double bridle ones, but it's the same, but the pelams, or what you call them. This has a little bit, you can see the V shape, the mouthpiece is a little bit V shaped, and then we have this one we call the baby ones, because they have shorter, I don't even know what you call it in Swedish, I know that, but this part, the side part, shorter. Other materials, they're stuck together. Basic rubber. Here's a really old school one. This was probably super expensive when I bought it, but it's made of hard plastic, and it's got this mouthpiece, but I don't know, it's a little bit weird because it's moving like this. But they were really first, I think, with having this shape that makes this piece not pushed into the cheeks on the horses, so that's good. But yeah, whatever. This is one of the double bridles, but in plastic. And then I have one of those Papacinis, the blue ones, soft ones, but I put tape on this one because Pony has been eating a little bit too much on it. Then, of course, I have snaffles. All size and shapes of just base snaffles with D-rings, with round rings, soft materials, 2-piece, 3-piece, thin, thick, rubber, the D-rings, got a lot of those. Found one more. Found 2 more. Another one! DJ Khaled! I found some more snaffles. This is another one. This is by, I think it's by Springer. It's the same like the Pelham that has this mouthpiece. It's so hard to get it on camera. It's a little bit V-shaped, so it's also more soft on tongue on horses. And yeah, you can see we have different sizes and stuff. Here's another snaffle, but with the gold wings. And I used this on Mini, and I have been using it as a normal snaffle, but you can also put the side piece of the bridle and the reins in those rings to make it a little bit sharper. But this is really good because it doesn't pinch the horse in the mouth. So, good one. I have no idea why I have a bit like this. Can you see it on camera? And you got rings and ugh. Here's another snaffle, but it's, as you can see, it got this model, so we want. I actually think those bits are really good because the horse can't bite to them and stuck in them in the same way. And this bit is also made so you can use it as a gag. Found another snaffle, but with a little bit of those tongue things. Here's kind of a snaffle also. I put tape on this too because it's been falling off because it's dried out. but I think sometimes when you put the soft tape on the bits, it makes it even more softer and a little bit thicker, so it's better for horses that don't want to grab the bit so much. A thicker bit is better. But this is a snaffle with the full check. And I have another snaffle with full check, looking like this with the mouthpiece. I actually find that most of my horses love to have this piece in the mouth. And this is also the full check model. I think those are so cool, the blue ones. And horses seem to like them. And I have more of the blue ones. I have it in this model. The thing that I call the Pelham. I bought this for Pony, and it was super expensive, and I rode with it like one time because she didn't like it. But actually she loves this bit the most. She goes absolutely the best on this bit. And this is the one, the Pessoa I talked about, the newer ones, the 3-piece. They are softer than a normal Pessoa, and it works a little bit, from what I was told, they work a little bit that when you take the rein here, of course it get an infection in the mouth, but it also pushes a little bit in the horse's neck. So yeah, it works on ponies, so I actually like this bit on her. Here's another piece of snaffle. I got this from a friend. Actually, I tried it on one horse like 10 years ago, and the horse didn't like it. I think it looks a little bit brutal. I don't know, it's kind of nice in one way for the tongue, but I think this one goes up here in the pieces in the mouth, so I don't like this bit. Bit by Milers. It's a good brand, but I don't like this model. Another snaffle, full check, 2-piece. Here we have a little fin bit with super small rings. You can put it. Actually, I use this bit like this on a horse that I had, so I put double bits and it worked super. Here's this Baucher, I don't know the name, snaffle. Here's a snaffle with 2 rings, or maybe you should say 4 rings, because it's 4 rings, of course. Another snaffle, but with more links. Here we have two gag bits. And here is another snaffle model, but it's a curb gag. Looks like this. And moving on. Here's another one of those Pessoas, but this one I actually think it's too sharp for my horses. 2 big rings, so it gets really sharp. Here's one of those Hunter bits, but in soft material. In Sweden we call those flip-bambett, because Malin Boyard's butterfly flip worked on this, but they are called Kimball-Wick, I think. Looks like this, and it's also soft. And I got one in leather also, can you see? And it's the same model, but it's in leather. Then I have another snaffle with little rings on. Some horses find this funny to just go and play with. I have another trust bit, looking like this. That. And then I have 2 combi bits. First one is this by a brand called Nate. You saw all of these bits that are a little bit yellow in this video are by this brand called Nate. And it goes both in the mouth and over the nose. And I have one from the brand called Beris as well, looking like this, with shorter side pieces. So this was everything for this video. I really hope you liked it, and it was super fun to talk about the bits. I love talking about bits, and maybe I should buy even more and make another video. I don't know. But please give this video thumbs up or thumbs down if you don't like it, so I know what you like. And of course subscribe and all of that, you know what to do, as I always say. And I hope I see you in my next video. Hejdå!